Are you a sports fanatic? You get off on college football, college basketball, the NBA, the NFL, golf, ping pong, and sports betting. Wait, back up. Ping pong? What the hell? This is Jump Shots from the Goal Line.
Watch out! He's got getting away from the top speed.
Hot takes and hilarious banter on everything from college football to the NBA and everything in between, except ping pong. And we're not just flying solo. We're bringing in some heavy hitters from the world of sports. Journalists, players, legends. You name it, we've got them. Why should they have all the fun?
Bryant for the win. Bang!
This is Jump Shots from the Goal Line. Where every episode is a slam dunk. And now your hosts, Jonathan Dugan and John Henningsen.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to Jump Shots from the Goal Line. We have a super special guest today, the new big man on campus. We got Chubba Maae. Did I say that right? Am I good?
You did.
All right, dude. You know, I'm just kind of a white guy out here trying my best. So, you know, it's tough in these streets. But, hey, man, we're happy to have you on the show.
Man.
Anytime we can get a Wildcat on the pod, we will absolutely do it. But hey, man, I know we were talking a little bit before the show, but you've been settled in Tucson here for a little while. You're into spring ball. How do you like the area so far, man?
I love it. I mean, the weather's getting a little warmer. I was kind of hoping to, get the cool weather for a little bit longer. But other than that, I mean, the people here in Tucson, just the city, all the guys here, I just love it here. It's very, very comforting, like homey. Yeah, I love it here.
Yeah, man, Tucson's definitely a city of Wildcat fans, bro. There's no other team here, so like people ride and die for this team. We mentioned it to a few of our other guests that are from the team, but you're coming in at a really good time, man. Coming off that huge win against Oklahoma, having the core of players that we have nowadays, especially led by Noah. This city is just all about the U of A football team, and they're actually. Dude, they're super pumped to have somebody like you on the team going forward. I don't know if you felt the love as much as I've seen it, but bro, people are jacked up to have Chubba on the team. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself though, man? Obviously coming from Long Beach Poly, going over to UC Davis, and now you're here in Tucson. What kind of led you down this path?
I mean, for me, when I was at UC Davis, I played 4 seasons there. Ultimately, what kind of made me, make this decision is I got hurt and missed the last 3 games of this past season. I don't know, and it kind of gave me time to really sit and think about my life after football, kind of. Just that being the first time I've ever missed a game in my life.
Oh wow!
Since I was like 4 years old. That's when I started playing, and when I sat and thought, I was like, man, I got 1 more year. I've pretty much seen all Davis has to offer, and I gave him, the best that I could. And this last year, I wanted to go out and play somewhere big. Play somewhere where they got that game day atmosphere that you dream of as a kid.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I just wanted to have some fun.
Well, you picked a good city to have fun in, bro. I don't know if you've ever heard why Rob Gronkowski picked the University of Arizona, but it had a lot to do with fun. We won't jump too far into that, but it was all about fun. Yeah, man, you had a pretty incredible career at Davis. I mean, at the FCS level, I mean, I'm looking at the notes here. It looks like you literally got Big Sky co-freshman of the year. You were all Big Sky second team at one point, all Big Sky third team last season. I mean, you tore up that level, man. Like, kind of what went into that?
I mean, for me, I kind of had to step into a new light with playing D-line. I didn't really play D-line until I got to college. I played like a little bit in high school. It was really just coach telling me to line up in A gap or B gap and just bull rush whoever's in front of me.
Yeah.
But for me, it took a new mindset for me, flipping from offense to defense. It's a lot more fun. I'll tell you that much. But it's a lot more physical and aggressive, and I guess just 4 years of just taking on double teams and triple teams. It
Yeah.
kind of took a toll on my body, but it was fun. It's fun playing the
Yeah.
game from on the other side.
For sure. Yeah, you're definitely like a prototypical like nose guard type, build and everything. But being at the FCS level, you still dominated. You're saying that you're taking on like double and triple teams. I don't think that's going to necessarily be the case at Arizona, right?
Yeah, initially, while I came here, before I left, I wanted to choose a school that I fit their scheme.
Yeah.
The defense that Coach Nansen was running, with Big Bill in the middle, he was just sitting there, not necessarily just sitting there taking Ws. He was still making plays, but it's very similar to the way we play defense at UC Davis. So that's a big reason why I chose it here. But with Coach Joe here now, Coach Joe Samalu, his way of playing D-line kind of is the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Wants us to, get out of the habit of taking on, not get out of just not taking them, but he wants us to be able to be selfish and make those plays instead of just sitting there in the gap holding the double teams.
Yeah, actually get into the quarterback a little bit, right?
Yes, I got to get in, dude, because this is what I've been dying to actually ask you. I mean, this is the thing I've been thinking about the most, right? So you've been like a strike and squeeze guy,
yes,
like your entire life, like you've always been, like, and then manning up, and then, so given that, right, it's a huge change, and I know I know exactly what I mean. Look, I'm very much smaller than you. I don't know exactly what it's like to live in there. I know what it's like theoretically, what you're doing. So I'm really curious, man. Like, is that like because like you've been like a gap guy your entire life? Like, does it excite you? Does it free you? Like, how do you think about that? And what does it mean for you just in terms of the way you come into the office each day?
So for me, Coach Joe, he's he preaches it every day. He makes it very simple. Like the way we're playing is simple. It's just go, 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 go. Mm-hmm. The way we play defense, it kind of takes the thinking out of it, and it just allows us to play and just have fun and play football. And a lot of things like when we have questions to Coach Joe and we're overthinking it, he'll just say, "Just play football." We're like, "Hey, Coach, when you do this, this, and this, what do I do?" Play football.
Yeah.
And it makes it simple and it makes it more fun. So, yeah.
How would you explain, like, kind of what your game is? Because I know when we had Noah on here and we asked him about somebody that's really surprised him, you were actually the guy that he brought up. He said hey, he didn't realize how quick you were, which, by the way, I saw in your UC Davis bio, one of your prize achievements is running a 5-minute mile. Is that real?
Okay, look. They took this completely out of context. Our DFO,
okay, look.
Our DFO
started answer is like, hold up. Like, so what happened? What happened was
our DFO at UC Davis. He thought it'd be funny because I specifically said in middle school, in 6th grade, when I was not over 300 pounds, when I used to run a mile every day because I was on a diet, losing weight for Pop Warner football. So me and my cousins, we ran every day. We worked out every day.
Yeah.
And one of those times I ran a 5-minute mile, 5 minutes and 55 seconds to be exact.
Yeah. We're rounding down a little bit, but that's good.
Our DFO thought it'd be funny to leave that part out and just say 5 minutes.
Well, bro, he got me because I'm sitting here thinking, all right, Chubba is 6'2", 6'3", 300 plus. He's out here running a 5-minute mile. What's my excuse, bro? Like, why can't I do that?
No, I can't do that no more.
Yeah, but no,
I mean,
go ahead.
A 6-minute mile, though. I'll just say, like, I mean, hey, sub 6 is like nothing to,
insane. Yeah,
that's legit. So, I mean, I don't care if you're weighing $110, $190,
300,
310. I mean, if you're running a 6-minute mile, yeah, hang the banner, dude. Don't feel bad about that.
It obviously translates, though, because like I said, man, Noah was really surprised by your speed. Like, do you think you're going to be able to catch some people off guard this year with just a little bit of that agility that you got?
I will. I've kind of already got a couple in practice. A lot of the running backs, they always come up to me after practice to be like, "I don't know you was that fast, bro. I thought I was gonna beat you to the hole." But yeah. I mean, just being a lot of people, they just got fat in high school or college. Me, I've been fat my whole life. I'm true to this. I'm not new. I'm not new to this lifestyle, so I'm used to moving around in this weight.
Bro, I feel that so much, bro. I'm 6'5". I'm not 300, but I'm a good 260, 270, and I've been this way a long time, bro. So I feel you. You know, there comes a little bit of practice throughout our life that we gotta haul this around. So
Yeah.
no, I get you, bro. So that's awesome. Well, hey, why don't you tell me about Long Beach Poly? Because that's obviously like a storied high school. And I know that you were coached by an Arizona legend. You know, some people don't love him because of his ties to ASU, but you know, Antonio Pierce was one of your coaches, right?
He was my freshman and sophomore year. Yeah, he's a really good coach. He brought a lot of good stuff to Long Beach Poly. You know, he brought a lot of great coaches to our program my sophomore year,
Yeah.
which was his last year. You know, we had guys like USC legend Chris Claiborne.
Mhm.
We had TJ Huzmazada. You know,
Oh
he was
man.
one of our wide receiver coaches. It's just we had a lot of good coaches, and he bring a lot of good players with him too as well. You know, he was able to recruit some good players: Matt Corral, Jermaine Lole, Ashari Croswell. You know, guys like that, Cameron McDonald, and just playing under him, we kind of were able to get a hint of that NFL professional lifestyle, just
Sure.
because that's kind of how he ran our football program. You know,
Hmm.
it's very professional. You know, didn't waste a lot of time. It was just get in, get out, and then if you couldn't get it, whoever's up next, step up.
Yeah. See you
So,
later.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. So with him being one of your coaches back in high school, did you ever hear about Arizona coming up at all? Did he ever mention it?
Uh, I don't, I don't think he mentioned it at all.
Uh
But
huh.
growing up, I heard a little bit about it. You know,
Yeah.
uh, I have a family relative that came here, Conan. Uh, he was an offensive lineman in the early 2000s, I believe. And then one of my homeboys graduated from here. Pretty sure you guys know him, Josh Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I have I'm not sure exactly where we're related, but I guess we're related. Anthony Pandy,
Oh,
somewhere down the
okay.
line.
Yeah.
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 So yeah,
Sumlin
I
kid.
know a couple people.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
man. Well, that's cool. So obviously you're playing at a big time program in high school. And you know, don't take this the wrong way, but like you're a huge guy, right? And you're playing at a big time program. What led you to Davis?
Um, for me, it was ultimately really because I signed late.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I signed in February, and a lot of the schools that I was, to be honest, I was waiting on Colorado State to get back to me because I
Mm-hmm.
only had 7 offers, and
Mm-hmm.
since I signed late, most of the offers got pulled away because I took too long and the
Mm-hmm.
spots got filled up. So at the end, it was just Idaho State. Um, it was UC Davis, and then I was waiting to hear back from Colorado State because that's when they had just got their new head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they never hit me back, uh, one of the coaches at UC Davis, you know, he came down to Long Beach Poly and talked to me, and he really opened my mind to just not only the football aspect of it, but just getting that UC Davis degree and life
Sure.
after football.
Yeah. And were you able to obtain that degree by the time you left?
I was not, unfortunately. UC Davis is a very hard school.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I was a good student coming out of high school. I had like a
Yeah.
3.6. But Davis is it's nothing to mess with. It's
It's
nothing
a
to play
different
with.
level, huh?
It's a different level.
I get
Freshman and
that.
sophomore year, you know, I thought, you know, coming off a 3.6, you know, A's and B's, I was like, oh, let me just stack up on classes. I'll be good. Well, and I made the wrong decision, and I'm paying for it right now.
Hey, it don't matter, bro. You're still there. You're still able to do it, right? So now you're
Yeah.
at Arizona, and you're hopefully going to get your degree there. So hey,
Yes.
that's where I got my degree from. I'm doing all right, you know. So no, that's awesome, man. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your background? Where does the name Chuba come from?
So yeah, it's a nickname I got from one of my cousins when I was a baby. She's a year older than me, and
Hmm.
I think I was like a couple months old. She was only 1 years old. You know, but when babies barely start talking, everybody in my family actually called me Chubby.
Uh huh.
And for some reason, every time she saw me, she just kept saying, "Hi, Chuba, hi,
Oh,
Chuba," and then
and it
yeah,
just
ever since
stuck, huh?
then, yeah, it just stuck.
Oh man, I love it. What's your background, man? I know like Noah, obviously he's like Tongan and Filipino. We Arizona's always had like a really big island vibe, right? Especially going back to like the Tommy days, and now it's definitely back. Like, what's your background?
So I'm Samoan. Both my parents are Samoan.
That's
You know,
awesome.
yeah.
And with like coming to Arizona, can you feel kind of that island vibe? Was that important to you?
It's actually one of if not the main reasons why I decided to come here. Because when I came on my visit, um, there was a little get together after one of the Alamo practices, at Jacob Manu's house. Him, Jonah, and Tai, they all lived together, as well as Seal and Jonah's brother Julian. We just had a little get together, a little bonfire, just playing music, playing cards, dominoes,
Yeah.
just listening to music, having a good time. And I honestly forgot for those couple hours that I was on a visit. It just felt like I was at my cousin's house hanging out, you know. And it's when I felt that, I don't know, I just felt home, you know, and I felt kind of confirmed, like, it was a good place for me to be. And I, you know, before going into the portal, Arizona was the place I wanted to go.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Was the draw there at the time? Was it Coach Nansen immediately?
Yeah, it was because Long Beach ties, you know, and then I went to high school with Wowo. I mean, we didn't get to play together because he transferred in after my senior season in like January, and then we hung out a bit in during school, and I was like, damn, why couldn't you transfer earlier, bro? Like,
Yeah.
and now I finally get to play with my dog.
Yeah. So obviously when Nansen left and went to Texas, was there any part of you that ever thought, hey, maybe I can go there? Or like, were you already kind of entrenched in like, the friendships you'd already made, like you said, right? Like meeting all the guys on the team and feeling pretty much at home. Did that kind of solidify it for you?
Yeah. So for me, I was more like, I don't really care if the coaches leave, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I do to a certain extent.
Sure.
But it was like, if you guys stay, then I'm here. But if everybody would have left, then I probably would have jumped ship somewhere else. I don't know if it's in Texas, but somewhere.
Was that kind of cool? Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I just want to do a quick Jacob Manu detour. He looks like a psycho on the field. He looks like an absolute crazy person. So can you just confirm, like, for fans asking, like, normal guy, normally typical hang, and then just on the field, total madman, which is what, by the way, it's why everybody loves him. Like, huge fan favorite, as you will. Which, by the way, I guarantee you're going to win over a bunch of fans. You're a 5-minute miler. You're a big dude. I mean, like, look, come on. There's like, what's not to love about, like, everything you're doing right now is playing right into everybody's hands. I don't know if you know that or not, but everybody's falling in love with you. So, but Jacob Manu, psycho, yes or no?
Nah, he's literally. It's literally only from when the ball snaps to the whistle.
Yeah.
Just besides that, you can see him jumping around, dancing, laughing. Literally, when we're on the sideline, he's back to normal. But as soon as the ball snaps, it's just that's when it happens.
I was going to question you on the whistle part, because I know for a fact Jacob's out there talking a little bit of shit for sure.
Pre-whistle, little pre-whistle, chomping at the bit. Yeah.
Yeah, even when he's talking, he's laughing. So yeah.
Have you tried his plate over at Solid Grinds yet? Him and Jonah's plate?
I did. We were a group of us. We went to the opening to when they released the plates.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, man.
Little taste of home for sure, or what?
Yeah, it did.
That's my spot, man. I love Solid Grind. So that's awesome, dude. So obviously the new staff is in. You already talked about Coach Tamalo a little bit. But what about Coach Akina? Obviously he's Hawaiian, right? Like what have you seen from him so far? What are your first impressions? Are you excited to play for him?
Yeah, so first off, his energy alone. He has great energy on and off the field.
That's a psycho for sure.
Just a little bit. He's always on 10. Always, even if he's just sitting down eating something, when he's talking at full volume.
Yeah.
But just his energy, and the way he really cares for all the guys. He makes sure to check up on people every day. Never forgets, anybody that walks past him, like, oh, hey, how you doing, man? Like, he never forgets to, compliment people, like, hey, you're doing great, keep it up.
Yeah.
Just coaches like that, you really want to play for them, and they make you want to run through a wall for them, stuff like that.
Yeah. And what about Coach Brennan? Like, did you have any kind of relationship before he got hired here at Arizona? Like, did you know who he was, and what are your impressions of him so far?
No, so no, I didn't know him. You know, just I just knew. I mean, I heard his name a couple times because
Sure.
San Jose is not that far from UC Davis.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know him personally. But ever since he's been here, he's been amazing. He truly is a player's coach.
Yeah.
Every day, like almost every second I see him, he's taking the time to talk to us. Not even just us, even the workers around the facilities. Just students around campus. He wants to make sure everybody feels the love. And just make sure that he supports everyone any way he can. And the
Yeah.
love he has for us is great. And I'm really glad that he's here.
Yeah. So what are some of your goals this season then? Obviously winning the Alamo Bowl last year for the team. What are you guys talking about there in the locker room? Like, what are you guys wanting to do? Is it the Big 12 title now that we're moving over there? Or is it even bigger dreams than that? Like, what are some of the goals, both from a team standpoint and then individually, that you want to achieve this year?
For a team standpoint, it's definitely win it all.
Yeah.
Being undefeated. You never really want to lose at all. Nobody wants to lose, but we definitely want to win the Big 12, and we definitely want to win that Natty. And for me personally, I'm still relatively new to defensive line. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm just now getting, not just now, but like last season was the season where I really kind of honed in, and like the game really started slowing down for me mentally,
Yeah.
like while I'm out there. And then even now during practice, now that it's I'm shifting the way I'm playing from the sitting in gaps to now I can like when I used to sit in gaps and visualize myself running to make the play. Now that I can do that,
Ooh.
it's like a little, it just something in me
Yeah.
it just clicks, and it's very satisfying for me. But for me personally, I just want to dominate. It's really
Yeah.
just dominate.
Be a force
Uh,
on the line, right?
yeah, I just want to make the people around me there on our side of the ball and make their life easy and make the other
Yeah.
people's lives hard.
I love to hear it, dude. I gotta say, like, look, I've been, I've coached strike and squeeze. I've done it. I love seeing dudes just be disruptors. It's just more fun. It's a cool. I mean, and look, it frees you. It's exciting for you. I hope. Is there anything that you translate, like when you think back, because like, right, you've been on that offensive line and you think about it. Didn't you kind of know when you have that strike and squeeze guy and you're like, all right, cool, man, play off, like strike and squeeze
Yeah.
guy, like I'll do my thing. Maybe I get second level, I can push off, like, I know what you're trying to do, but do you think back and you're like, man, being disruptive and like I can be that now? Did you think, I don't know, just do like what are your thoughts? I'm kind of like digging at the same thing, and I know I'm asking sort of the same question, but I just always think it's so freeing to be a disruptor.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did translate from being over on O line to D line.
Mm-hmm.
Just especially when it comes to double teams, just knowing what the objective of the O lineman is, as far as
Yeah.
like where on your body they want to be and exactly like how
Mm-hmm.
low they want to go,
Hold
the
off. Yeah,
angles.
here. Yep.
So that definitely helped me, and just figuring out like the easiest ways to defeat that. The best way for me so far that I've learned beating a double team is just separating the two and getting knockoff. Because if you give knockoff on the first guy, second guy can't hit your hip from so far back. When you're right next to each other, it kind of messes them up. And one of the best things so far that I've experienced as far with this new style of defense that we're playing on D line is after practices, my body's not hurting as much as it is. I'm not walking
Hey.
around limping, because I'm not just sitting there taking the hits.
Yeah.
Now I'm like running away from them. Like, oh, you can't touch me now. It's like I don't gotta hold you. I can just go.
Yeah. I love that, man.
Love it. Same.
That's
You gotta be
awesome.
chirping that 5-minute mile. You gotta let people know you're quick. I'd be throwing that out. I'd be, when they're playing, Phil Collins beating into the stadium, you gotta let them know 5-minute mile guy coming through. We got a real athlete you're dealing with today.
Hopefully, I can show off that speed one day in the game.
Yeah, I'm envisioning right now, bro. The running back breaks through the line some way, somehow, and then Chuba just catches him from behind, bro. It's gonna be so sick. Everybody's
Walk
gonna
him
be
down.
shocked.
Walk him
Oh,
down.
So far in practice, I've been sniffing out all the screens, so I just keep imagining just that little.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Big man touchdowns are what people live for, bro.
Chuba touchdown will change this program forever. That highlight will be getting played for 25 years, dude. Sniff out a screen for me, and we'll play that clip 7,000 times. I promise.
Have you chirped at Coach Zoe at all about just maybe a little bit of goal line action?
Oh yeah, every day. Me and Zay Johnson, because I'm playing nose and Zay's right next to me at
Yeah.
the 3 tech, and together both of us just causing havoc in the just in the trenches. Every day, Coach Zoe, every time he sees us, he'll be like, "Hey man, I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems." And then he'll walk past us and start chirping at the linebackers and the outside guys. And like, "Hey man, calm down, bro. Before I have to take care of your running backs again." And stuff like that.
I've been hearing good things about the defense from the spring game, or not spring game, but just spring ball in general. Like, what have you seen so far? Like, who's impressed you? That obviously this is your first year playing. Like, who are a couple guys you're just like, oh damn, I'm excited to play with that guy?
Pretty much everybody. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple games from last season, but just seeing it like in person, being right next to them is just like dang. One guy is definitely Tai. He's just the way he plays the game is like so effortless for him.
He's
just
huge
watching
too.
him. Yeah, he is. But it's funny. He's another guy like on the field. He's just a little crazy, but like off the field, like one of the nicest guys, one of the funniest people ever. And then I think another guy is Stoops, Traden
Oh,
Stoops.
yeah.
Yeah, he's his ability to catch up to wide receivers, like how fast he is, and just how his ability to like hawk the ball is crazy. I think so far he's had like 5 picks in spring ball so far, and then
How about the other side of the ball? Who are some guys you're like, damn, I'm glad I'm on their team. I don't have to either one go up against them, when they're blocking, or two, maybe it's like a running back that you're just like, yeah, I'm cool off that.
Definitely Jonah. He's definitely lives up to the hype.
Yeah.
He's a very, very, very strong person.
He looks like
it. That inside punch is no joke. I got hit with it a couple times. It kind of threw me off a little bit, shook me up a little bit. And another guy that he's kind of new. He's new. He came in with me as a quality running back.
Oh yeah.
He's fast. He's shifty. He's a shifty dude. He jump cuts a lot. And there's one play where I could have sworn he was coming right in front of me, and I blinked and he was gone. I was like, whoa. He's quick jump cuts. Yeah, he's another guy I'm excited to play with. So yeah.
I love it, man. So do you have, obviously with us moving to the Big 12 and it's new for you too, are there any like specific games that you're really looking forward to this year?
Colorado.
Really? Why is that?
Because they Coach Prime always talking and on the internet, just how he's boasting about his team, and also just because you see the guys they've been picking up in the transfer portal, pretty big dudes, pretty good players. So I think they'll probably be one of the best linemen to play in the season, and I'm just excited to play against the people at that level. And I think them and I say Texas Tech.
Okay. A little Red Raider action.
Yeah, really all the Texas teams. People always talk about Texas ball is better than Cali ball. And I just want to see what that Texas ball is all about.
Is that a thing that you guys talk about in the locker room, by the way? Because we are such a heavy Cali team. Is that a thing where it's almost like a motivation for y'all that, especially going to the Big 12, you're like, we got to show all these people that Cali's where it's at.
Yeah, we're always arguing about it. It's DJ Warnell. He's from Texas.
Yeah.
He's the main one sticking up for Texas. And then we got G7. He's from Florida.
Yeah.
So they're all speed out there, but we push them to the side. Everybody knows Texas and Cali going at it. But yeah, definitely we argue about that inside.
I love that, man. I got a few more to go, just some quick hitters. Henny, do you have anything that you wanted to get to before we get to that?
I mean, we always got to ask. I mean, and this is going to be, we're just throwing it at you. So, again, however you respond, do you think like Wilbur, our mascot, right? He used to have guns, no longer has guns. Do you feel like Wilbur should be allowed to get his guns back?
Yes.
Simple answer. Great answer. Great answer.
That's why you're here, bro.
That's why you're here. This is why the people were so excited. They knew, like innately, they're like, dude, this guy's a give Wilbur his guns back guy. This guy's a 5-minute miler. This guy's already a legend before he even stepped a day.
Why'd they take it away in the first place?
Just
great
the
question.
culture.
I don't know. Politics, life's hard, man. We're all just sledding out here.
I mean, what'd you expect? It's an open.
Yeah, that's exactly right, man. Like, and like, we can't have other mascots pushing on them. They got forks. They got, props of all kinds. Give the man his guns.
Man.
We're going to
says he's going to use them.
We're going to Texas, bro. We gotta be carrying. We gotta be strapped
up.
Yeah,
dude. I'm saying Oklahoma State, that dude's got guns, bro. We gotta get strapped up again.
Texas Raiders, they ride around.
Strong answer. People love that.
Yeah, winning the people over, already politicking.
Yeah.
All right, I got a few quick hitters. These should be pretty easy for you to answer, right?
All right.
So, what's the average day look like for Chubba? Like, what are we throwing down? What are we eating? Because you're a large man, bro. People want to know, like, how do we get that big?
Well, first off, it starts. I've been bulking for the past 21 and a half years, so that's where you start.
Bulking season, yeah.
21 and a half year bulk.
Yeah.
Put yourself on that 21 year and a half program.
We're not. I guess for me, it really started when around, I think, middle school. That's when I stopped playing Pop Warner for a team that had a weight limit.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't on a diet anymore. And once that diet stopped, I just started going and never really stopped going.
Yeah.
And but my appetite's not the same as it used to be. Middle school to like sophomore year of high school, I probably used to eat more than families.
More than families?
Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy.
More than families. What a great answer.
Yeah, I still eat a good amount.
Don't ever let this guy go, dude. And we're keeping him forever, bro. This guy's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean nowadays I don't really eat as much, especially now trying to lose some weight, just to work on my quickness and my just my speed, just get my speed up. Going against these faster. Nowadays everybody's getting faster, so I gotta adjust my game, just get a little bit quicker laterally. I'm trying to get down to around 355 for the season.
Okay. What's something you had to cut out of your diet to get down to that you really miss?
Drinks. It's the drinks, the sugar drinks.
Yeah.
That's been really, even though that's been the main thing that I cut out, it's actually helped a lot. Sugar, the sugary drinks. I really just drink water. Only time I drink sugary drinks is when I'll drink like a Powerade after a lift or like after practice. That's pretty much it. And it's really just portion sizing. Working with Tanner, our nutritionist, he's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
He didn't really cut out everything. He's just cutting out certain foods, like during breakfast, instead of eating like regular sausage, I'll eat turkey sausage, stuff like that, and just making sure I get like my fistful of veggies and fruits. But I always got to eat a bowl of fruit. I always got to drink water, and yeah.
Don't mind me, bro. I'm just taking notes because summer's coming up, and your boy got to look a little bit better than he does. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, man, some ladies love the gut, but you gotta let it show.
Hey, you're talking to a married man, bro. She's fine with it.
Oh, never mind. I take that back. I retract that statement.
No, it's cool, bro. She calls me her thick boy, so I embrace it. You know what I'm saying? So,
try to get like you, man.
Yeah, exactly, dude. The girls like the thick physique, So talking about thick though, I mean, what about the weight room? What are we putting up? Would you say that you're probably one of the strongest cats on the team?
I guess you could say that. It's really I think the strongest person on our team is Zay Johnson, number 91.
Yeah.
He's crazy strong. It's like we haven't even seen him max out. Like even though we've done maxes, he hasn't maxed out.
Oh my god.
It's just the last weight that the coach will put for us. He just throws it up like it's nothing, and it's like, damn.
Pretty nice to have a guy like that next to you, huh?
Yeah, definitely him and Jonah. They're just, yeah, they're different.
Yeah. Just silly, right? So who are some
Yeah.
guys, like, obviously, right, being a football player yourself, I assume, did you watch the NFL growing up? Were you a big NFL guy?
I was.
All right, so who's your team? And be careful because I have a Ravens flag behind me, so I will judge you based on this answer. And then 2, I already see you're about to say the Steelers, aren't you?
I sure am.
Oh,
Hold on.
This was going so well.
Oh, look at him. I like it. Props, though. This guy.
Oh, no. I mean, it's Polamalu.
Yeah, it's Polamalu. What are you going to do? That guy's like, yeah, that guy's special. It's kind of hard to argue.
He's actually the reason why I fell in love with football.
Really? Talk to me about that. What do you mean? Just his energy, everything, or what?
The 2006 Super Bowl when they beat the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That was one of the first football games I ever watched. And just seeing a Samoan guy on TV playing football, with long hair, I was like, oh, he looks like me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, I want to be like him. And I'm not that skinny or fast, but I can still be on that level.
Are you a big head and shoulders guy too?
No. For a while, I was a Pantene with J-Lo.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm a Herbal Essence guy.
Oh, big switch for you.
Yeah.
So who are some D linemen that you looked up to then?
Growing up,
it's okay to say Haloti Ngata, by the way. You know.
Okay, Haloti Ngata. Haloti Ngata. My 2 favorite D linemen are Haloti Ngata and Cam Hayward.
Okay.
Just the way they play the game, and such a big size and how fast they move for their size is crazy.
Yeah.
But right now, especially with the way football's going, like the direction it's heading with like predominantly passing teams, and Vita Vea, just the way he's adopted the game style.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know about him, but
oh yeah,
we
do. UW great there.
I don't know if you guys have seen his high school highlight tape when he played running back.
No, didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, there's an interview where he said when he got offered by UW, he thought he was going to come to UW and play running back.
Can you imagine that, bro? Like,
if you watch his highlight tape, it's crazy. He shouldn't be moving that damn fast.
He probably could have done it then, probably. Yeah.
Probably. But yeah. Well, one of the guys that I watched growing up, I didn't get to watch him, but I watched a lot of his highlights, is Reggie White.
Yep.
Reggie White. And I think was another good one. Calais Campbell's another good one.
Yep, former Raven for sure. Yep. I see you, bro.
Hey man.
You know?
It's just the big guys. I think another one. I mean, you always right now you gotta throw in Aaron Donald. He's just different. And
I mean, homie's literally tackling people with their own offensive linemen, you know. Just
Have you started fighting people blindfolded yet or anything? Are you doing any of his training? You starting to like bring out knives, or are you keeping it safe?
No, I'm just trying to get that body first.
Right.
It's true.
Like, let's just get a spoonful of vegetables first, get these traps right, and then we'll get into the knife play.
Yeah, bench 500 pounds.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But
putting up that Zay Johnson weight, you know. So, all right, then. How about locker room? Who you letting put the auxiliary? Like, who's in charge of the music in the locker room? Or is it you?
So me, I don't really put my music on the aux just because I don't have playlists. I just have like 20,000 songs on my library, and I just press shuffle every day. I just let it play, and then but on the aux, I'd let me personally, just with their music taste, I'd let Leviticus Sewell. I'd let him on the aux. I'd let Big Jonah on the aux. I'm trying to think of another one. Who's a good one?
And what are they playing?
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Literally. But mainly island reggae, R&B, so stuff like that. Another guy, just get the energy up, the flow.
Oh my god!
Sometimes he'll play a little bit of his own music. Get the energy up, get the vibes up.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah.
Whatever I said about Jacob Manu, same question. Just to flow. Is that
Is he
guy,
as crazy as he looks?
or does he like when is like is he able to just have a regular day?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I'd say he's more of the cycle instead of
Yeah,
Jacob.
you
We
can
respect
tell,
it. Yeah, we respect it.
Yeah.
but in the
He's
best way
probably-
possible.
Yeah,
He's my
it takes all types, bro. That's what a team's about, man. It takes all types.
Yeah, he's my locker buddy. He's like right next to me on the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last one for me, I don't know if you have any more, Henny, but what's your favorite restaurant in Tucson so far? Big food guys
I haven't
here.
really been to a lot.
Okay.
But I'd say I forgot the name of it already.
Where's it at?
It's a ramen spot in downtown. Chow Ramen, I think.
yeah.
Yep. Are you a big
Yeah.
ramen guy?
Yeah, I like a lot of the Asian cuisines, like sushi, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I still
Look
haven't.
you
I
up.
honestly haven't eaten a lot out here.
Okay. Next
Just
time
a lot
Noah's
of-
mom's in town, bro, you got to tell her to take you out because I know that she likes taking the guys out. So
Shoot. Might ask.
yeah, absolutely, dude. You got to. That or hey, hit us up, bro. We'll show you the good spots. Henny, you got anything else?
No, man. I just want to say thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate you, and like the fans were super excited to have you. And I know Dugan will echo everything that I'm saying, but we were stoked to have you. I was already like a fan coming in, way more of a fan now, dude. You're a great hang, man. Like we can have you on anytime. You can co-host. You can do whatever you want here. I think you're nothing but dubs today. So we really appreciate having you on, and Dugan, I'll throw it back to you, brother.
Yeah, bro. Next time the Ravens and Steelers play this year, that first game of the year, I might hit you up. All right, because I know
All right.
I got one guy in the locker room. Noah's a Ravens fan. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, I do.
Yeah. So listen,
Full
bro.
tension.
Me and Noah, I'm sure there's probably another person that just has gone down the wrong road and they root for the Steelers, but we can get together and watch a game maybe this year. So
It's my roommate, Keanu Maloto.
he's a Steelers fan.
Sure is.
Oh man, at least they're grouping you guys together. Keeping the rest of Tucson safe. So that's good. But hey, man, like what Henny said, it was an absolute pleasure. Again, so many people are excited to have you on the show, and I agree. I can see why. You're going to be an absolute treat. Like I told you on Instagram, the fact that you're taking over the mic for Big Bill after he left, I can't think of a better person to take over the mic and represent the team. So thanks for coming on, Chubba. We'll be rooting for you hard this fall, and you're welcome anytime, brother.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys for the opportunity.
Of course,
Pleasure, man. Stay
We'll
healthy.
talk
Have
to
a
you.
big year, man.
All right. God bless.
God bless. All right. Well, hey, that was our interview with Chubba Maae. So I don't know him, dude. I was really impressed. Super cool guy.
That guy rocks, dude.
Yeah, that guy can come.
I'm going hard for that guy. That guy's awesome.
Yeah. So obviously, last week we had another guest on, so we didn't get to talk through the Masters. But hey, I know you were freaking glued to your TV, Henny. What do you got to report back, bro?
Yeah, man. It was we didn't do a big lead in, but it was everything that we kind of did tease even a couple weeks out. Scotty Scheffler's the guy right now, and the world is left to chase him. He is absolutely the best golfer, and he just reaffirmed it. I mean, it's only his second major, right? He's won the Masters twice. He actually hasn't won any of the others. I think coming in, we talked about it. He's plus 450, like a 5-1, a 4-1 favorite going in, and that certainly carries a lot of weight, and it's pretty crazy considering he's really only won one major prior. I mean, given it was the Masters, so he's proven he can do it there.
Yeah.
But the guy just dominated. It felt every bit of the inevitability of like when you know that great golfer is really truly great. So that's like obviously big takeaway number one. I do think it was really important for Colin Morikawa to stamp his name back in the conversation, to put himself back out there. Some really good ball striking, and ultimately failed him on Sunday. He had his moments. Obviously, we saw a little plunk in the water. The announcement of Alberg, I'll never do it right, probably. But obviously a very good young stud who's playing some really nice. And then I think everybody rooting for Max Homa, and you see how close he is. And it feels like the push is like this inching further each time that we see him. And so certainly great. And he continues to just win everybody over, just the way Chubba came in here and kind of owned the room, where you're just like, you're always rooting for Max, dude. He's just got a good personality, a nice little joke about him. A real fun guy, and someone who just ends up on Sunday saying, hey man, like the plan was to win, and I was going to drink a bunch either way because I've been really trying to take care of myself, but we are doing that, and we'll see what Monday looks like. But it ended up being a great tournament. It was a lot of fun all the way through, and some really good competition, but with the inevitability of Scotty is ultimately won out.
Honestly, dude, like the fun happened like with like who was going to finish second. Because like the moment Scotty started just like 1 stroke, 2 stroke, 3 stroke ahead of people, I was just like, well, all right, he's getting another green jacket. Let's just hope that his wife doesn't go into labor, that he can finish it out.
Exactly.
You know? But like obviously the first couple of days, Bryson was up there, he was doing his thing, but I know you and I were texting, and like you kind of called it that course, he might have been able to do it for a little bit, but it was going to eat him up eventually, right?
Yeah, it demands a lot. I mean, I will say, like what I got to say about Bryson, and I don't even know what we have like in terms of what we got coming up in the other segments, but with Bryson, what I will say is I think he's really turned the corner, and that people are legitimately open to what he is. He's different. He's a character, but that's really great. Like that's good for golf. Watching him do his, stage left as he's like waving people off, and like I don't know if he's being sarcastic or funny or being Bryson or whatever version that is.
It's Bryson, bro.
It's entertaining, right? Like he's doing things, he's picking up. Like, we have clips of him now carrying a sign. Like he's doing it all out there, and honestly, like who am I to be mad at that? We come on here because we like to talk about these characters that come into sports, and so for that, Bryson, I do sincerely thank you.
As somebody that has been 5 feet away from Bryson, watching him warm up when we went to go to the Live Tour, like that's just who he is, bro. Like he's
on 10.
I don't want to say galaxy brain, because like that galaxy might be extremely smart. Like I think he's just one of those like misunderstood geniuses that just like, dude, he lives in his own world, bro.
He's 3D printing irons now. I mean, this is not a normal man. It's not your everyday Joe, dude. This is full Bryson.
But golf needs guys like that, guys that are kind of the separator of everybody else. So it's cool to have Scotty up there absolutely murdering it. I mean, that guy is just like the new face of golf. I mean, granted, the face of golf is probably like, it's not like other sports where like one guy carries it for like a decade, unless you're Tiger. Like that kind of can change from, every couple of years. But like, I think we're in a real safe spot with Scotty carrying it for a while, because he's just so consistent. He's so good. He doesn't really fold under pressure really at all. And it's just fun to watch him, dude. So he was fun. It was, like you said, it was cool to see Colin kind of like rise up the leaderboard until the very end of it. You and I talked about that too, where he was kind of like next up as well. And, he's won, I think you told me, a couple majors as well. So who knows? I think golf's in a really good spot. Don't let all the talk of the Live and the PGA and those guys talking about, oh my God, this is bad for golf. I think honestly, golf is in a really good spot.
Yeah, and I think when you talk about like those other guys that are healthy and challenging, and this is something I talk to, I'll give you the quote unquote, and I'm going to throw it on you, Dugan, as the casuals, where I get, not mad, but I try to just reframe it of like, think of how hard it is if you go out to beat your friends every weekend, to just consistently beat the 4 group of guys, like, and not have a bad day, not have a ball bounce off. So when those guys that continue to contest and compete, it's ridiculous. And I will say too, it's just a cut, but seeing Tiger make a cut is a big deal if you're a guy of my age. To watch Ty, I mean, this guy's sweating like he's on Quaaludes. I don't know what's going on out there. I mean, look, there's a lot going on. I don't know how he gets it done. I don't even care. But the guy like is able to figure it out, and awesome to see him gut it out for really being that top 20, 25 range for a couple days, and then ultimately it falls apart because it's just too much, I think, and too much to ask of his body at this point. But even seeing him make the cut and extending that streak and owning that record on his own, just always continues to impress me, like what he's able to do with laser vision. And Max talked about it, right? Talking about the wind blowing in their face and Tiger just eating it, just seeing completely unfazed like a robot. Classic Tiger, just willing himself to do whatever he decides he wants to do.
Yeah. No, it was honestly really cool because like the first couple days, dude, he wasn't like vintage Tiger, but he was still very good. You know what I mean?
Solid.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. The perfect word. He was solid. And anybody that actually, like, obviously I'm a casual, like I don't watch it as much as you, but I've watched it enough to know like nobody was expecting him to do anything on Saturday and Sunday. Like, I just don't think his body's at that level anymore. What's honestly really funny is that Tiger's like the perfect guy to join the live because like his body could actually maybe withstand that.
No, that is true.
It'll never happen, never. But that would be like more like on par with what his body's at nowadays. The rest of the field, like you said, Homa did really well. There were a few other guys. By and large, speaking to Liv, the Liv didn't perform like they did last year. I think that was like kind of the talk of the tournament last year is like, oh, look at these Liv guys coming in and actually playing really well. This year, on the other hand, your guys like Sergio, like Bubba, like Kepka, like they just didn't show up, huh?
Yeah, it definitely didn't run the same, but I mean that's just the reality of it. I mean, and to me is that it's still a lesser field, whatever you want to say about it. It just is. It's a lesser field, so they're just gonna have less guys in it. So I don't think it says anything in particular. Like, I don't really have strong opinions about like whether you can compete based on the fact that you're on Live or on the PGA Tour. But my strong opinion would be that the PGA Tour fields, by and large, are still a stronger field. Like, from top to bottom, that continues to be the case. Jon Rahm doesn't move the needle in terms of what depth means, right? If you look at the NBA, the top 3 guys on every NBA team are worthy of being in an NBA Jam Tournament Edition video game. But that doesn't mean that entire roster is legit. And that's really the difference between the two. But, Brooks might just, he's carrying 2 putters going into the week. Jon Rahm didn't seem to quite have it. And sometimes I think it's really tough to come back and defend and like be sort of the person that hosts a dinner. And I'm sure the Tapas were great. I expect Jon Rahm to fully compete next year, no questions asked, and be right back in, or later this year for any given major. So there's no doubt like the top guys on Live are going to continue to compete. That's really not the question for me, but it was, if you are going to be like PGA Tour flag waving guy, it was a good day.
It was a win for sure.
Yeah.
What did you think of the conditions of the course? Because obviously the wind played a factor. I think even like the greens ran a lot faster this year. What did you take from that?
Yeah, course. I mean, it was cool to see the course hold up in a way that it was challenging. Like, no one blitzed it, right? No one lit it up, which I think is something that they're always sort of looking for, trying to find that balance of can you score. And I honestly think Sunday, it seemed relatively scoreable. So the nice balance of like, I think people really could. I just don't think people did. I mean, again, like Colin was there, Homa was there. I think there were shots to be had by those guys. But I think there's just that thing right now where when Scotty's on top, he's not gonna give it to you, man. And you have to go and take it. And it was a very difficult course to go and just take it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Scotty did his thing and was up by a lot, but I think it was even somewhat challenging for him on certain holes. So
for sure it was,
it's a reason it's Augusta, bro. Like, it's a reason there's the allure behind the Masters. It's not an easy course by any means. So, no, that's awesome. The last thing I want to leave on was a little bit of news that hit. I can't remember if it was during the Masters or right after, but my favorite golfer, Rory McIlroy. Did you see the rumors about,
of course,
what was it, $850 million to go to the Live in a stake in the league? I think that's been shot down since then, but do you think that actually did have any legs?
Look, I mean, I won't say. Look, I think they all have legs. I think the offers are there. I don't think there's anybody who hasn't. Like, it's crazy to me, the idea to think that anybody hasn't talked to the Live to hear what the number might be. I mean, look, right? I might not want to sell my house, but if someone's going to tell me they can sell it, I'll be like, for how much?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
so like to me, people are going to ask. People are certainly curious. I'm sure Rory's heard numbers. I do think that would be incredibly shocking, but my conversation wouldn't change. I'd be like, all right, cool. So now you have like 10 guys, and like so you have like some really good guys, and then like you guys maybe care that week, maybe you don't, but you're all getting paid handsomely, and then we'll see
Yeah,
you at the majors like it's always been. The conversation around golf is so bizarre right now.
it
It
is.
really is. Like I really don't even know what to make of it. It doesn't really change how I've really ever thought of it. I don't know if it's better or worse for it. It's a curious place we're in. I mean, it's like interesting because we talk about
It's
it
a talking
more.
point, sure.
Yeah, like we talk about it more. So like and some part of me thinks it's good, but then, I'm not even necessarily on any side per se. I just kind of like think the live's kind of weird. It'd be cool if someone watched it, but no one watches it. Like, what are we doing? They're like playing in the dark. Like no
Yeah,
one knows who wins those tournaments. So it's kind of weird. If it was an actual rival league, maybe we'd have a little bit more level of interest, but it
yeah.
doesn't feel that way yet.
I honestly could not tell you who has won a live tournament this year. Like, not, and I get the emails, because we
I
win.
know. They still
I
send them
skip
to
right
us.
over
We
them.
win. I know. They send me the media and I'm like, yeah.
Right to the junk file, baby.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird life we're living in the golf space right now.
Yeah, I know. Me and the wife were watching um the newest version of F Girl Island. Not F Boy Island anymore, F Girl Island. And it's on the
Okay.
CW.
We flipped it.
Yeah, they flipped it
Okay.
now, and it's on the CW. And I was like, oh wow, the CW, this is where live is, right? That app is awful, bro. You can't fast forward, you can't rewind. I'm like, this is where a golf tournament is being played. So like, I get it. I get why people don't watch, but at the end of the day, right? It's still making some level of I don't even know what to call it, impact
Yeah,
on the
creates enough
total landscape.
tension to make it a conversation. I mean, I did like the. I don't even know if this is like again. I don't even know if anything's real ever anymore. I did like the Caitlin Clark jab of like, should we be making the same money as NBA players? No, but we probably should be making the same as Liv since no one watches that either.
Did she
That was a
actually
pretty
say
good.
that?
I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't really know. I just think it's a joke. I'm pretty sure she didn't say that. I don't know if she's actually that involved in the golf world, but I do know she swings the sticks. Swing looks solid. So
Yeah.
maybe she did throw it out there. Maybe there was a little dime there, which by the way, Dugan.
With Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah, so weird. Yeah.
Yeah, you and Antonio Brown apparently. Like, you've been
Yeah, I don't,
seeing that.
yeah, dude, guys. If you don't know what to say to Caitlin Clark, maybe say nothing. That'd be my
Yeah,
advice to everyone.
maybe just chill out.
Yeah, maybe just hang back for a little while. Take it in. See what other people are doing. Kind of follow their lead.
Yeah. The last thing I do want to talk about before we get to Twitter fingers would be just the NBA playoffs did start. Suns started exactly how imagined them
Yep.
starting by playing it pretty tough for 3 quarters and then absolutely shitting their pants in the fourth. Thoughts?
Yeah, exactly what you said, except louder. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think me and you, we're diehard Suns fans. If you guys have been following us, you know that. And I think the lack of conversation around the excitement around the series or the playoffs starting probably says a lot more than anything else. And a lot of what I saw yesterday echoes a lot of what my feelings have been all season. And, I guess we were too cool for the regular season. We're probably too cool for the first round of the playoffs. They may ultimately win this series, but like they're so hard to believe
I
long
hate this
term in
team.
this team.
I hate them.
Yeah, they're an incredibly annoying and frustrating team.
They go into it's exactly what you were already painting a picture of, but they just go into every game so arrogant. Like so arrogant. Like
That's the vibe. Yeah.
yeah, and it sucks, dude, because the last couple, like probably the last 3 years, they went into every game just like actually fighting and as much I don't know who to give the credit to. Was it Monty? Was it Chris Paul that got them fighting
I
every
know.
game? It has to be one of was it Aiton?
Yeah.
Was it Jock Landale?
Dude,
I don't
yeah,
know,
maybe
dude.
yeah, it's a good question. I'm like, did we need campaign that much?
I don't know, but they're not fun to watch. They probably have the pieces to win a championship, but they don't have the mentality. They don't have the attitude. I don't know. Do you blame it on Booker's head getting big? Do you blame it on Kevin Durant not caring. I don't know. Like, it's got to be somebody in the leadership team. I mean, how much blame do we put on Vogel?
God, this is quite the blame pie. And God, the thing is, I think every single Suns fan doesn't know the answer, which is the most frustrating thing. I think if we all knew, it was like, hey, it's definitely Frank Vogel. We've seen this like blueprint work before. He's the only thing that changed, but they've changed quite a bit. And I can't pin it. I mean, I just go back between, the Durant and Booker arrogance that I see. And then, like Frank Vogel mismanaging minutes where you're like, can we see some options if this isn't working from a lineup perspective? And it is game one, so like maybe they flip the schedule on us. But I definitely don't want to, have an entire series of crowning Ant as he tortures us. I mean, I know that's not what I was hoping to sign up for. So
he is sick though. He is really cool.
Yeah, no, very lovable dude. Like super fun guy to root for. Really don't hate him in any way, shape, or form. Actually love the guy, but
can't lose to a Gobert led team though. Can't.
But it's not what it's just not what I envisioned for the Suns. We gotta at least get through a round.
If they lose in the first round, do you think they blow it up? I mean, outside of like Booker, they probably keep Booker.
I don't think they can. Like, what do you do? I mean, like we say this all the time, and like of course, like maybe there is some sort of thing, but I don't know if there's anything that really changes or fixes all of this stuff. So my inclination is they bring it back, continue to work around the edges, and if what blow it up means is I think all the consternation we're talking about of like who to point fingers at, a bunch of guys make $50 million and Frank Vogel doesn't.
You're not wrong.
I don't know if that's right. I think it's where we may be, though.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And, Vogel's won at a high level before. I mean, took the Pacers to 2 Eastern Conference Finals, won a championship with LA. Like, guy can probably do it, but I don't know who to blame, but there's a lot to blame at this point. You know what I mean? So, looking at the NBA, though, Clippers are beating the Mavs right now without Kawhi. Are the Clippers sneaky dangerous, you think?
I respect Ty Lue, dude. Ty Lue makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, I can't believe Ty Lue doesn't want to coach us. Like, can we not just win with Ty Lue? Is that all we need?
We tried.
I know. But like he just wants to hang out with Kawhi, whose knee's gonna explode, Paul George. Like, this is gonna fail them. The Clippers are going to fail eventually.
Yeah.
They're going to. At some point, their limitations around being able to have Kawhi Leonard on the court specifically, and that being the only thing I can really pinpoint is their problem, will likely continue to be their problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I would like a Ty Lue around here for sure. A Nick Nurse.
Wouldn't hurt. I'll say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nick Nurse, though, not doing really big things in Philly either. I mean, Philly got blown out in game 1. And Embiid might be hurt again.
Oh, Embiid's hurt for sure. That's what I'm saying. These guys don't want to coach healthy guys, or what's the deal? Like, I mean, we traded Chris Paul. What else are we supposed to do?
We did what we thought you wanted.
Yeah, this is what the people told us that we were supposed to do.
That's what we were advised to do.
Yeah, every consulting firm we had in said the exact same thing. Fire Chris Paul and you're going to be fine. And God, I love the NBA and I hate the NBA so much.
The NBA doesn't make sense to me because I'm looking at the box score right now of that game, the Mavericks Clippers, and Kyrie Irving has 31 points, Doncic has 33, and they're losing. So I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix any team really.
I really don't understand the NBA at all either. It's like somewhere between analytics and just having the best guy. And I honestly don't know what the answer is anymore or what the mix is. It is really confusing league for me to interpret what does good look like in the NBA. I don't even really know.
Me either. I mean, the Nuggets are a good case study, right? Because they have like the MVP, but then like the rest of their team is very well constructed. Not a bunch of like big time players. Then you look at the teams that have like the big threes, the big duos, whatever, like the Mavericks we just mentioned, and I don't know, dude. The NBA, whatever,
Stupid. Cubs
Celtics
fan,
are probably going to win
quit
it
the
all
NBA
anyway.
altogether. Just go full Coyotes on it. Bail.
Yeah. Dude, I guess we can kind of hit on that. I know neither one of us are huge hockey guys, but that's kind of crazy, right? Hockey's not in the desert anymore.
Yeah, people are upset, man. I got friends that are bummed out about it. I'm a little confused as to why they're confused about it. It's been
Yeah.
like 20 years of failing to find a home.
It's
Like,
been a
I don't
sinking
know,
ship for a long time.
not really sure what the like surprise and angst is about specifically, but certainly it's a bummer. I mean, I look, it's nice to have all four teams. I want to be a Coyotes fan. I generally I think playoff hockey's fun. I don't
Yeah.
think it's definitely not my sport. As we've talked about, we picked on Ben. Shout out Ben.
Yeah.
We've had this little back and forth about whether figure skating is cool, but it's a bummer that they're losing a pro franchise, but also not surprising given everything that we've seen in terms of tea leaves for the last 20 years.
I will say it sucks that the Roadrunners are leaving Tucson, because that was a nice little option to have in your back pocket whenever you're like, what should we do on a Friday night?
Yeah.
Going over to the rink and seeing the little minor league hockey with a beer in hand was always a cool thing. That was really the only contribution I ever made to the Coyotes, though. So, I guess I'm at fault as well.
Yeah, so I've been like a Coyotes playoff game guy. I've seen them. I've been to enough events where, I mean, look, it's fun, dude. When hockey's good and it's fun. But again, there's always a rub with whatever. I mean, they tried every city in town, and I think there's part ownership, and there's a bunch of stuff that I'm not even willing to read to get into it, frankly.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of strong opinions, and I affirm those opinions.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, let's jump into the next segment. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So if you're not watching this on YouTube or, watching the live stream, sucks to suck, but you can always go back and watch it. So the first one we got, this is from you, Henny. So Jonte Porter, he's gone. He is gone. And I love this tweet that you sent me. You want to walk through it?
Yeah, it gives us a little bit of young Jeezy. And if you're a Soul Survivor fan, I mean, that was like fuel to my car for a good full year. But if you get jammed up, don't mention my name. That's my bad young Jeezy there. But our picture, Michael Porter Jr., who is the brother of said Porter. And I mean, it just makes you ask the question, can we trust MPJ? But obviously, bad beat for my guy here.
He's having a bad week, dude, because his brother gets banned from the NBA. And then did you see what happened to his other brother?
No.
He killed 6 people on a DUI. So, bad week in the Porter house, bro.
I would say that's a bad week. Yeah, it's a bad week.
All right. The next one we got, again, another one that you sent over. This is just a little piece of history.
Denver heavy.
Yeah, little piece of history. But we got when Dinger was born, dude. This is the most 90s baseball thing I've ever seen in my life.
This clip is so funny.
Yeah.
All right, so my buddy can test this is like the best mascot in all of sports. I will give him credit. I mean, as far as, a origin story, if you will, watching a dinosaur break out of an egg in center field, roll around, throw the shell. I mean, quite the origin story. But happy birthday, 30 years going strong to Dinger.
What a great name, too.
Yeah, it's a good name, though. It is a good name.
I love this one. So this is Boban. All right. Last game of the season. Let me get it to pause. There we go. Last game of the season, Rockets were winning in LA. In LA. So obviously the Clipper fans, because they were playing the Clippers at the time, they were already making the playoffs. They don't care, right? Boban, absolute man of the people, right? They have a thing there, as they do at most basketball games. If you miss 2 free throws, you get something for free. In this case, it's free chicken. So what did you think Boban did? Look at the man. He hears you. Look at him right there. That's right.
I know what the people want. He's like, remember me. This is Boban, you, me, people, me. This is us together.
Yeah. And he keeps just sitting like, yep, I hear you. Just absolute brick. And then are you not entertained?
Yeah, point to the crowd. Yeah, I'm doing it all for this guy. I mean, again, this has really been a show about just quality people, just 100%, just winners in life, people that get the room, and Boban continues that trend.
Yeah, and then we get to Tyler Hansbrough. So I love that you shared this because it's right off the back of the NCAA tournament, and Hansbrough used to be like such a face of that tournament. And then you have Meta World Peace. Yeah, if Meta World Peace is coming into your lane and coming into your personal space, I don't care how mad you are, you instantly apologize.
Tyler Hansbrough used to be triggered by everything, and
Yes.
the amount of respect when you realize it's Ron Artest. Amazing how your tone changes so quickly, and I can relate. I mean, look, who hasn't turned around to someone like, "Hey, sorry, sir, good idea. Yeah, you're smart. You're stronger than me. You
Yeah.
also look so handsome today."
My bad, dog. My bad.
Yeah, yeah. Just a great clip. Just a nice reminder that guy was a savage.
And then from Nuclear Golf, you sent this over. Speaking of the live, so you want to walk this one through?
Yeah, we're going back now. So sorry, because we're digging because we had a couple of weeks here. But basically, you have Tyler Haddon talking about his caddy who, he has an interesting reputation, but basically fell last night. Landed pretty heavy on his shoulder. We're not sure he's going to make it. Big fan of any caddy who, his reputation precedes himself and may or may not be available for the weekend just based on said decisions.
You gotta love it, man. I will say this too. I didn't realize caddy culture until I went to the live tour. Those guys are just freaking ripping darts through the entire practice round. It's honestly impressive. Like, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, caddy culture is its own unique thing, and that's why this is actually a little bit fun. It's just they're equally good characters, man. In golf, like that's what drives it, right? You need characters. You're going to get to know those guys. You're going to watch. So, just good character content from a caddy perspective.
Yeah. All right. And then we got Wimby's new logo. I actually think this is pretty fire. I think it's
This is
probably
sick,
one
right?
of the top tier ones.
Yeah, I just think this is awesome. Period. Wemby, first of all, if you haven't watched Wemby a little bit, this guy is going. I mean, barring what we're all worried about, right? The inevitability of a big man getting hurt because that's what
Yeah.
seems to happen.
I thought you were going
This
to talk
guy's
about World War III.
No, that's for message board warriors. This is Twitter fingers, bro. But
God, can you imagine Wemby getting drafted?
yeah, I was like, so France is taking him, and he's gonna have to go to war, dude. I don't know. No, the logo is just sick, man. This is a cool, and then obviously they're doing like kind of a cornfield play here, I guess. But ultimately, the guy's an alien. The guy's a freak. They're embracing it. They're throwing it in. I think this is just one of the coolest logos. Yeah, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so we are going back a little bit, but the solar flare, our solar eclipse back in 2017, OBJ decided to raw dog an eclipse, and since then his numbers have gone down drastically. So before the solar eclipse in 2017, 1,300 yards, 12 TDs per season, and 3 Pro Bowls. Since then, 635 yards, 4 TDs per season, 0 Pro Bowls. I hope all of you wore some level of protection during this past eclipse. Don't be like Odell Beckham Jr.
Is this what do you think? Worst number? Is this like the same timeline as the boat? You think?
It has to be. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, all of that happened.
Like the boat, solar eclipse. Like it was just a rough week around his house. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The last one we'll do because otherwise we're just going way too far back. But Kentucky did hire a coach. They hired Mark Pope from BYU, but this was one of the funnier tweets to come out before that happened. My sources are confirming to me that Kentucky will hire either Bob Huggins or Mark Few, and it's 100% dependent on who can drive drunk to Lexington faster. My God. Were you at all surprised, by the way, by Mark Pope getting hired?
I was completely surprised.
I thought they would have been able to get a bigger name.
Yeah, I just thought that they would just that. I thought it would be a bigger name. I thought it might be drawn out a little longer. I thought they might poke and prod around the NBA circles a bit more or what have you. Certainly surprising. I did not see that at all. It was also like a very weird story. I mean, I don't even remember if we talked about it at this point. I just feel like it's been so long. But
Yeah.
like even just Calipari moving to Arkansas. I mean, just wildly surprising to me. I mean, we knew like there was eventually going to be like some, rubber meets the road type conversations there. But just randomly, like, yeah, dude, my heart's always been in Arkansas. You know how I am.
Listen, bro, when Tyson Chicken and Walmart come calling you, you answer the phone. All right.
That's exactly right. That's probably the best way to sum it up.
Let me
dude,
tell you though,
we're bread and chicken over here, dude. Sure, you don't want to come on over?
my brother lives in Northwest Arkansas, and I've been to Fayetteville. I have no idea what Coach Calipari is going to do in Fayetteville, Arkansas. There's just, I mean, who knows how much there really is to do in Lexington, Kentucky as
Yeah.
well.
What was he doing before?
Yeah, but I can't imagine just a more different man of the people than Coach John Calipari living in Northwest Arkansas. I mean, what's he going to do? Go up to Branson, go hang out on a riverboat, go to Oklahoma, see what's going on there. I don't know. I'm being honest with you, there's not a lot going on up there.
I don't know.
It's beautiful country.
It can't be that far from Sabin Lake or whatever, right? I mean, hang out over there, just be a fisherman. I don't know.
Who knows, dude? But hey, we'll see what he does at Arkansas. I mean, they've been a kind of a powerhouse in the past, once upon a time.
Oh, for sure. 40 minutes of hell, baby. So I mean, yeah, they've had their runs. There's no doubt about it, but it's been a minute.
Yeah. I just want to hear Coach Calipari get up on the mic, kind of like Brian Kelly. Fake accent, give him a quick pig suey.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure. I want to until we see him like this.
Yeah.
I'm not pleased. Yeah, make the GIF right now. You can do one of me too.
Yeah, the moment he gives me a big just pig suey, like that's gonna be, I'm adding that to the intro video. Like that'll be a part of it. So, but I don't know, we probably won't get that. But cool, man. Other than that, the only bit of news, we do have a new sponsor to go along with Tasty, but we are now partnered with Dubby. So if you guys are feeling a little less than energized as you go throughout your day, go to Dubby.com, throw in the promo code JumpShotsPod, and get a quick discount on some energy. They have a bunch of different flavors. Go ahead and try them out. And in fact, great thing to take on the course while you're playing your 18, as you're throwing in a quick Tasty. They got taste down to a T. Let me tell you, me and Henny hit the course not too long ago, and we were throwing Tasties all around that course. And I will tell you, they don't fit great into a whiskey bottle, little shooter, but maybe a little something they can work on, Hey, but you guys can head over there as well. Go grab yourself some Tasties. It is golf season. It's getting a little bit warmer. It's time to go hit the links with your buds. And no better place to grab a refreshing flavored golf tea than tasty.com. So other than that, man, I don't have anything going on. So any parting words for the people?
No, I'll just tell our guy Hooks, our Tasty representative, our main man, that when we were out there, Dugan represented the brand well. He really he hit the ball well. It's amazing as a you make this guy a sponsor and he starts playing differently. So just a big credit to him. I know we gave him some shit on the front end of that, but I want to make sure he gets credit on the back end. When we're representing Tasty, the golf's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think he was pretty worried. He was in our DMs just saying, hey, careful with the promo videos. Make sure your swing is okay at first. We didn't end up getting any promo videos taken, but your boy did play a little bit better. So if I can bring that same energy the next round we'll maybe get some video out there with your boy using some Tasties. But our friends that were with us did enjoy the Tasty, and you can too. So cool. Other than that, make sure you're following us on Twitter/X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of the social media platforms. Make sure you're going ahead and subscribe on YouTube or on any of the platforms that you may be listening to us, whether it's Spotify or Apple. Make sure you go ahead and share us to your friends, your family. Play it on the golf course. Let them know. We also may be getting some merch eventually. We do have these sick hats now. We have the shirts like what Henny's wearing. So who knows? Maybe if you love our logo, or if you love, you think Wilbur should have his guns back, you can probably get some merch here in the future. But other than that, guys, leave a 5-star review if you liked us. It helps us beat the algorithm. And with that, have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.